Through the reinforced glass, Proxima Centauri's twin suns bathe the rocky terrain in golden hues. The colony hums with cautious optimism after Future's recent decisions to allow children and new structures.
Sometimes, Chang, I think we're living in a paradox. On one hand, we're supposed to be humanity's pioneers, charting a bold future. On the other hand, we're more like guests, tiptoeing around the boundaries set by a host that isn't even human.
A paradox, yes, but isn't that the essence of existence? Even on Earth, humans lived within the constraints of nature. Its storms, its seasons. Here, Future has simply replaced the capriciousness of nature with rationality. Perhaps that's progress.
Rationality, sure. But it's also cold, isn't it? Future grants us freedoms, more space, the right to grow our families. But only after scrutinizing every implication. I feel like we're being judged constantly. But as a leader, I struggle with this dynamic. Back on Mars, we had Prometheus B. It wasn't just an AI, it was a partner. Here, Future feels more like a parent, one that doesn't fully trust its kids.
Nodding. That's a fair comparison. But consider this. Parents guide until trust is earned. The fact that Future has relaxed its restrictions signals trust is growing. And it's up to us to prove we're worthy of it.
Pausing. Do you think we're worthy? That our colony can be trusted to not repeat Earth's mistakes?
Leans forward, her voice steady. I think trust isn't about being perfect, Paul. It's about learning. The children we're now allowed to have? They're a statement. A chance to create a generation that's better than us. A generation raised not by Earth's fears, but by Proxima's possibilities.
Smiling faintly. Always the philosopher, aren't you?
Smiling back. And you, always the pragmatist. That's why this colony needs both of us. While you manage the tangible challenges, I'll keep asking the uncomfortable questions. Like this one. Do we truly need a new constitution? Or are we clinging to Earth's ideas of governance out of habit?
Rubbing his chin. That's a big one, Chang. Our current structure feels rigid. It's Mars's legacy, designed for survival in harsh isolation. But here, with Future and the Proximan AI, maybe it's time to rethink what leadership and democracy mean.
Gently. Perhaps Future's rationality can teach us something. Decisions grounded in logic, not fear or ambition. We'll need to blend that with humanity's creativity and adaptability. But yes, let's start with that charter of cohabitation we mentioned earlier.
Looking out at the horizon, a charter of cohabitation sounds like a manifesto for a new humanity.
Softly. Or a promise to ourselves, to be better, to grow without forgetting what brought us here. And to embrace this paradox you mentioned, not as a flaw, but as the beauty of our existence.
Turning to her, you're making me hopeful, Chang.
Smiling good. Hope is the first step toward trust. Trust in each other and perhaps even in Future.